Hello. Sorry, just walk. I've still got about 12k to go before my rest. But I was musing, and I thought I'd share my musing. It was something that I've talked about earlier in the walk, but we've got new people watching, so I just thought it was poignant enough to try and share. So, the whole idea of raising money for the Kids Cancer Project is based around, for me, not the cash amount. It's like, that's arbitrary, it's a number. The only currency that really matters to me is time. Time is the only currency that's forever dwindling. You have a finite amount of it. You will never get more. You know? Money just represents value. The amount you earn for your work, the amount you spend on the things that you care about or need. And for me, the whole idea of the walk wasn't about the dollar sum raised, but the idea that it could just save one life. And previously I projected that onto, sick children like my mate Archer. Shout out to Archer, who's still in Westmead Hospital, I believe, with his bone marrow transplant. So he's a young cancer patient, lovely young man, and I wish him well, and I hope he's surviving his treatment well and tolerating it all. And the idea for me was that if the walk is a success, if it saves just one life. And then I realized it already has. This fella. So I've come back. A year ago I was a ghost. Dead in every way that matters as a human. If you asked me what mattered in life, why I'm alive, my only answer would be, I need to live for my family. So, anyway, I wanted to talk about that idea, and it's from the Talmud, the Jewish Bible, and it's save but one life and you save the world entire. So the idea that the big walk could save just one life creates a ripple effect of kindness. And that matters very much to me. And that's very beautiful to me. And so the idea that I've saved my own life, or Captain Australia saved my life, and that then becomes a gift to you, and that it might help you, or somebody else who needs to see it or hear it. I just think that's a wonderful idea. A beautiful idea, a glorious idea. So we've saved one life, and now you get to go and save a life. Your own, someone else's, because kindness spreads like that. Like a stone that you throw into a pond. It ripples out. Anyway, there's another, on kindness, I wanted to, because there's new people. If you've been watching for a while, you probably already know this story. But, again, it's a story about the ripple effect of kindness that I think is worth sharing. So, Captain Australia has been around for a while. I created the character back in like 2006 or so. And I used to dress up, and I used to go out and, I don't know, it was shits and giggles, to be honest. It was about random acts of kindness. Anyway, I had this website, and you could report a crime, because people thought I was Batman, which is not what it was about at all. And one day I got an email from this kid. His name was Eden, which I think is a wonderful name. Anyway, he's a young apprentice in Parramatta. And he wrote to me, and he said, Captain Australia, my bike got stolen from Parramatta train station. What are you going to do about it, you fake superhero? So I went down to Sydney, and I met him at Parramatta station, and I think he was quite shocked. That in itself was amazing to him. But I met him, this young apprentice, and I said to him, mate, I've got a lead, follow me. Anyway, all I did, I took him to a local bike shop and I bought him a new bike. So, and that was it, that was done. And it was just a random act of kindness. But that act of kindness boomeranged back at me about 3 weeks ago. So if you've been watching for a while, you've already heard the story maybe, but if you're one of these lovely people in these communities I've passed through, like Orbost, you may not have. Bairnsdale, Lakes Entrance. So what happened a few weeks ago is I noticed the donation that had come through. It was $200, I think. But I saw the name. And the name was Eden. And I thought, oh, okay. And I read the comment that came with it. And it said, Captain Australia, I met you 12 years ago. I was a struggling apprentice. I used to ride my bike to work, and my bike got stolen. I was worried about losing my apprenticeship, and I think if that happened, my life would have taken a different route. But you came and you bought me a bike. And thanks for that act of kindness, I finished my apprenticeship. And I have a daughter now, and I'm very happy. Thank you for what you're doing for the Kids Cancer Project. Please take this donation. It's not much. I wish I could give more, but raising kids ain't cheap. Anyway, I thought that was gorgeous. And that's what kindness does. It can boomerang back and hit you in the head years later. Pardon me. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that idea. That ripple effect of kindness, you know what I mean? The idea that if you save one life, you save the world entire. It may not be true, but I like the idea very much. And you know what? I think that we should live our lives as if the things that we like and see are pure, are true. Because what world do you want to live in? The one where they're not? So maybe we should make that our collective truth. That kindness spreads. You know? Kind of in the opposite way that cancer does. That it heals you, me, us. Relieves our suffering. Makes the world better. Anyway, I've been thinking about that as I walk, and I'm sorry I can't read the comments. I'll have to look at them when I'm camping. But I've been thinking about that as I walk, and it also made me feel very, very grateful. Thank you for your kindness. I have been showed such kindness during this walk. Most recently, you've got the people at the Tangil Motor Inn. They gave me a place to sleep. And I have to tell you, when you've been walking through icy wind, rain, up hills, down dales, when you climb into a spa bath, a hot spa bath, at the end of the day, it is like having a triple orgasm, okay? Suffering doesn't last forever, and it illuminates the joys that come afterwards. And that was a tremendous kindness. So I'm very, very grateful to you and everybody who's shown me kindness throughout this walk. And I think I only have 12 days left before I'm done. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure I said thank you. So I'm going to get to the midpoint with Sale. Today I'll walk a minimum of 35 kilometers. And it's still a bit early. I reckon I can even push for 40. So I want to camp as close to Sale as I can. Tonight I'll pitch a rough camp, and I'm sorry I'm missing your comments, and I apologise for the old man ramble. I hope it made a bit of sense. It's just, that was going over in my mind, and I thought it was worth sharing. This is what you see, by the way, the Victorian countryside. And, that side it's all trees and highway. And I think I'm making reasonable pace, you know. So by 7:30 or so, I'll hope to have done 40 kilometres, but I didn't really leave Bairnsdale until just before 11. So I reckon I'll have done that 40 kilometres in like 8.5 hours, which isn't bad pace for an old fella, to be honest, carrying a big old pack, dealing with rain and the occasional stoppages for a hello. Anyway, Captain Australia's Big Walk. Where did I come from? Brisbane. Where am I going to? Melbourne. Where did I come from? Sadness. Where am I going to? Joy. I think I get to take that back into my life when I'm done. And I'm very happy about that. Very grateful for it too. Anyway, sorry I can't read comments while I'm walking, and I've got my glasses on, these sunnies, and I look so cool, and you know, like it's kind of like cool Santa, you know? Santa if he were a rock and roll musician. No, I look more like a hobo. I know how I look. Half mad. But anyway, thank you for your interest in the big walk. And later on when I pitch camp, if I have proper service, I'll do a proper stream where I can look at your comments and chat properly. I just said properly like 8 times, didn't I? Sorry there's no theme music. I caught Barry. He was drinking on the job. I know what's going on. He's going through a divorce, I think, or breakup. But he won't talk to me about it. You know, this bloody guy. I try, give him chances, you know. So if anyone's interested in doing a unpaid internship for Captain Australia's Big Walk, you know, sound production, you'll have to do all the buppa-jiggities booms. But, you know, job experience, you'll get a good reference at the end of it. I don't think things are working out with Barry. Yeah, I realise now I should tell you that I know Barry doesn't exist. I'm not completely mental. It's a joke. It's a joke. I know Barry's not real. Or is he? Is he real? Alright, I'll leave it there. Take care of yourselves. I'll chat later when I pitch camp.